Yo, what's up, truthers? Just prepping for another video. Got the lights, got the computer, got the... Yep. It's about this. They can give you wealth, health, and power. It smells like cat food. It's a problem. They can't do any of that. Where am I? Am I on Earth? I'll be right back. I'm gonna check. Yeah, still Earth. What's up, truthers? It's Ben, and we're back with Primal Truths, and you know what? We haven't had an eating or critiquing video in over 2 years. Can you believe it? I can, because it's pretty much a nightmare for me. But you know what? I figure it's good quality entertainment. We haven't had an appropriate amount of satire in this channel for quite a while. So what we're going to do is we're going to eat some super spicy foods. That one's going last. I'm going to put that out of frame. And we're going to watch some super hot videos. And by super hot, I mean people that are getting down with the fire of the Holy Spirit. They're catching that Acts chapter 2 fire. They're dancing, they're jiving, they're getting shocked like they're touching an outlet in a wall, and they're getting zapped. And that's probably not a good thing to do because you could die. But nonetheless, we're going to watch them catch on fire. And to help me feel like what it's like to be on fire, because I haven't really been on fire for the Holy Spirit in a while. Not like these people. Actually, after watching these videos, I don't think I've ever been on fire like these people have. So, to help me feel that extreme Holy Spirit heat, we're going to eat some holy, probably not holy, satanic, evil, vile things to help me understand what they're experiencing. So first we have Miss Renfro's habanero salsa. Not too bad. You can get it at your local Wally World. And then we have Pringles Scorchin'. First we feast hot ones. Now hot ones...
We Kansas don't know how to do no hot wings. To me, you... Oh!
Is a show, if you haven't watched it, where they have celebrities on and they eat a large array of super hot hot sauces and ask them questions. And it's pretty much a nightmare for every guest that comes on there. So I'm hoping I can feel some of that nightmarish heat, just like I did when I did their super hot boneless wings challenge. Maybe I'll throw a little clip up here so you can see how that went for me. It's fine. A little girl about it. Oh, it tastes bad. Oh, it tastes horrible. Oh my. Oh, it's not going away. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so hot. I'll buy another one. And last but not least, except for the last but not least, is hot and spicy Firewalk Scorchin' Sesame Shrimp flavor. 20% more noodles. What a treat. I can't believe I'm this lucky. And, oh yeah, it's got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6 super duper hot peppers. Yep, can't wait for that. But you know what? I'm tired of being a cold, dead, lukewarm Christian, and I just want to get that fire down in my soul. So let's start out with a video and see if I can catch a blaze like some of these people. Here we go. Okay, now first up we have a gentleman who's being filled with the Holy Spirit, and he's going to experience some fire himself. It's almost as if he had a little bite of Acts chapter 2, that's right. He's filled with the Spirit, and everybody knows that when you're filled with the Spirit, you're filled with fire. Not just like a figurative fire or like an analogy of a fire. No, you're filled with actual fire. I mean, just look at the video. It looks like the guy actually is burning from the inside out. It's almost like he's being spontaneously combusted. It kind of looks like it hurts.
That's heaven moving through you, young man. Heaven moving through you. You are being endowed with power. Power from heaven. Power from heaven. Power from heaven. You are being consumed by the fire of heaven.
Pretty sure that guy was being filled with actual fire. Did you see him? He was like slapping the floor. Almost if, you know, like when wrestlers are wrestling and they get him in a pin and they're going the arm bar and, you know, his elbow's about to break and they don't know what to do. And so they like, they start tapping because they want to be done. That's kind of what it looked like. And then I touched the screen to be filled with the power of the Holy Spirit. And I burnt my hand. But that's probably because I'm a cold, lukewarm, dead Christian who goes to a dead church. I need to go to like a charismatic church, or at least a Pentecostal church. So in order to help me get some of that fire in my body, let's start with, in no particular order, the Pringles. Because I'm going to need something to scoop out that habanero salsa, and I'm not using the Packy chip yet. That's for the end. Man, I regret this video already. Let's open this up. It's got a wicked cool stash. Look at that mustache. Kind of looks like it got stung by a bee on this side. Pop the top. The fun don't stop. Yes, that smells. Wow, that smells terrible. Actually, this is based off of the Los Calientes Verde. If I remember from the show, this isn't really that high up, so I'm kind of not excited for this next part. Let me go back in and get a better sniff. Go being a baby about it. That smells okay. Yep. Because you know, once you pop that. All right, let's see what's going on here. Yep, that smells. Oh gosh. Okay. But luckily, I brought my Semper Fidelis mug with because I'm filming this right before the 4th of July. And I was in the Marine Corps, patriotism, all that fun stuff. And it's got some ice water in it. And no, I'm not going to do this without any milk or ice water because this isn't an eating video. This is about theology and the Bible. Okay. Already hot. Immediately hot. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay. It tastes about as good as it smelled. And if you could see from my reaction, that was not good. On the heat scale, at least on my heat scale as a non-competitive church bro, that's probably, that's about 5. It's spicy. It doesn't taste good, but it's definitely spicy. Definitely, it's a tongue burn, right? Okay, jeez. Okay, moving on. That one wasn't horrible. I thought it was going to be horrible. Actually, it's getting a little warmer now. I'm sitting here thinking about it. Anyways, I'll put that to the side. Leave that there for another time. Hey, you guys want to check in on my buddy Bob Larson? Haven't talked to him in a while. Let's go see what he's doing.
Obviously, you have demons, because this thing has been glaring at me all night back there. I asked a question, I demand an answer. What went on? Fall, anger, witchcraft. He is my flesh.
He is my flesh.
And I command. Just take the sword of the Spirit and pierce it.
I gotta make some new friends. Okay, moving on. Like I said, let's go ahead and open the Miss Renfro's Habanero Salsa Pioneering Award. I can't speak the English. I went to college. Pioneering Award-winning homegrown. Miss Renfro's pioneering flavors have earned global acclaim. So Mrs. Renfro made this. Oh my gosh, it was made by a grandma. So that means... I gotta start working out more. What I gotta do in the video with Bob. Okay, let's go give it the old sniffer test. You know how when you do things in life and you know they're not going to be different, but you have a hope in you? You know, like a supernatural hope, like this one's going to be different. Thanks a lot, Hot Ones and Sean Evans. Boy, I don't want that fun to stop. Let's go ahead and pop back into that bad boy. Okay, let's just go ahead and... Jeez. You know what that almost smells like? That almost smells like an MRE. I don't know why. It's got that distinct, like, funky back-end metallic smell. Anybody that was ever in the military, or if you're like a prepper and you've smelled MREs, and you've like got that metallic, like, mercury smell to it, and it just smells horrific, and you're like, you can just feel it. That's kind of what that smells like. Okay, here we go. It was hot without it, so let's go ahead and add some more hot to it. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Oh. 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 Oh, those taste horrible together. Oh. They're still bad. They... Okay, there's the heat. Oh my gosh. You know, I have to be honest. I've had this before. Like with regular chips. And it's not bad. It's spicy. But it's not my favorite flavor. And I was kind of looking for something to step up towards the super hot one. So I got these. This almost feels like an instrument you would play in like elementary, like with the kazoo and the recorder. You'd like, I'm playing in it anyways. I kind of bought that as a step up, you know? So I could work my way up. Man, that's spicy. Okay. Pretend I'm making an ASMR video. You guys want to watch the ASMR spicy video? Dude, that's gross, man. Ew, don't do that. Okay, I'm stalling because I know what's coming at the very end. Okay, one more. Let's go ahead. We're going to the next video. Now, this next video is pretty interesting. You know, with the intro, it gives me cause for joy. I have hope, supernatural hope with this one, because at the beginning of the video, they were going to say that they're here to set the captives free. Well, I like setting captives free. You know, like supernaturally, you can be set free from sin. Man, my mouth is still hot. Anyways, let's watch the video. So they're going to set the captives free, and it almost has like a PBS, like Magic School Bus, kind of like, you know, now that you know, kind of an intro to it. So it can't be bad. Let's take a look. Get pretty lightheaded after that one. Did it look like she was being set free, or like she was being taken into captivity? But it almost looked like that video was being placed in reverse. Like they were going to set her free, and they were like, no, we don't want to do that. We need to take her back, because we haven't got enough of that tithing money yet. So go ahead and put her back into bondage, and then we'll throw her back into the crowd. Okay! I'm ghetto. Hot and spicy fire wok, scorching sesame shrimp flavor with a fire sauce packet included. Yes, look at that. It is dripping out. Now remember, this has got 5 chilies, and there's a gray chili. I think that's like out of date, or like that's not a good chili. So they give a rancid chili in here? That's not nice. Now, I used to eat these when I was in Okinawa all the time, actually. Not the specific one, but these big ones like this, and they come with a lot of different packets. They're actually pretty neat. There's like a seasoning packet. Okay, that looks like kind of like crunchy toenails, actually. That doesn't look like toenails and seaweed. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and... Oh, that's the shrimp! That's the shrimp! Okay. That doesn't look like shrimp, because that's not shrimp. And then we have the... Please add fire sauce after microwaving noodles. We don't have a microwave anymore. We got rid of it because EMFs and 5G. And the Illuminati. So I don't really know how to eat this. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and take this. Wow, that's solid. This kind of reminds me of Justin Timberlake's hair back in the 90s when he was in NSYNC, right? Bye, 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 bye. Okay, geez. You put that down. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put the fire sauce on there and kind of just, put it around, and then we're going to attempt to eat it. I did think ahead and bring a spoon. The spoon is not real. Remember the Matrix? Jeez, wait. Ooh, that smell. Oh, wow. Ooh, that brings me back. Not only does it smell like the sauce from the noodles in Okinawa, but it has like just not. Oh, and it's so perfect. See right here, it says, please add fire. Right? So we need a light. Oh, I don't have a lighter. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and drizzle that on. Oh, ooh, that is red. Oh, it's chunky at the end. Ew! Oh, it got chunky at the end. Oh, dude. Oh, that's gnarly, man. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't bring a trash can. Oh, that just looks like thick, gnarly. Some of that the red stuff, it came out, it almost looks like blood. And this looks like an accident has. This is what it looks like when you're done eating it. You know what? I don't want to shortchange myself. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's work that into the noodles. That's what yeah, there we go. Get it in. Get it nice. Get it deep into the. Good. And then we're gonna go. I don't want to cut myself short. I really don't. So we're gonna add some Nicene, Council of Nicaea. As you know, in 325, the Council of Nicaea, the books of the Bible were not actually selected because there's zero historical proof that happened. You can read Eusebius or Athanasius. I actually have one of my books back here. Yeah, I'm stalling. Okay, yep. Let's see, what's that? Yep, that smells kind of like the floor of a warehouse. Okay, let's go ahead and sprinkle some of that because you want to mix it in really good. You want to make sure you get it in there. You don't want anything to be left over. Okay. I don't know. That almost looks like something you would spread on your yard to get rid of fire ants. Those looks like, okay, work that in. Oh, man, it's like sand. Oh, dude. Dude, breaking the, okay, I wish you, I know you can see it, but it's so much worse, like, oh, it looks so bad. Oh, you know what? I ain't gonna baby out, because ain't no babies in here. There's babies in the house, because we have a small baby. But we're gonna go ahead and add the shrimp stuff, because you know what? It's seafood flavored, dude. Being a weenie! Alright, that's... Oh! That's fish food. That is goldfish food. I've had a goldfish before, and that is goldfish food. Jeez. Do it for the Lord with joy in your hearts, like Paul, right? When I have been able to find joy, whether in richness or poorness, prison or when I'm free, or when I'm eating nasty food, or when I have good food. Oh, man. Oh, the stink coming off of this. Oh, man. Oh, I gotta move. Okay. It's so bad I have to move, like, windows around on my computer while I'm filming. I'm stalling. Oh, I thought the Packy chip was gonna be the worst. And your face, Gordon Ramsay. You ain't got none on this. What's that? Satan's Kitchen or whatever that show's called. Oh, man. Okay, let's go ahead and get a spoonful of this. Oh, man. Oh, Justin Timberlake. I think I'd rather take a real bite out of the actual Justin Timberlake's gnarly, gelled up, curly fro hair than I would take a bite of this, because this is nasty. Alright, let's get at it. Oh, Oh gosh, my mouth's water. I'm gonna throw up. Oh, here comes the heat. Okay, it's on the back end. Well, I guess usually, if you're eating these noodles like a regular human does, and you actually rehydrate them, and they become noodles instead of like a stale packing peanut or, you know, like something that got left on the ground, it'd be okay. But I was doing okay. The noodles themselves aren't bad. Not really. They don't really have a flavor. And then once I rehydrated the fish food in my mouth and it became human food, that's when I knew I had made a mistake. And then your mouth starts to water because you're like, so your body's preparing to preemptively vomit before you even get it down. And I don't really want to spray it all over the place here. Yo. Okay, 3 down. That's 2. 3 down. I can count. 1 to go. Now, you know, I just want to take a moment to share my personal testimony. You know, I was saved, you know, at not a young age, an older age as an adult. And, you know, we should probably just talk about that for a while. Oh, actually, look, there's hot tamales. You know, wouldn't it be better if I just ate these? There's only a few. They have probably melted. But, okay, I'm stalling. Ooh, okay. So, as you can see, this says Packy 2021 on it because this is almost probably 2 years old. Carolina Reaper and Scorpion Pepper. I don't know if it has an expiration date. It does. 2022, 3/15. Okay, that was 4 months ago. Lucky me. I bought this at a gas station. Would you believe it? In Atlanta. They had a display, and I bought it because I was going to eat it and do a video. And then I was like, no, that's a dumb thing to do. But here we are. So let's go ahead and watch this last video. Now, this last video is a gentleman. Man, he sets people on fire like I've never seen before. It's pretty impressive. Not only on people on fire, but he has almost like the Emperor Palpatine ability to zap people. And you know what I really want to do is I want to show you this video, and I want you to realize that these people are having such a good time. It's almost like they're at a rave. So we're going to go ahead and add some bump and dubstep or trap music. Wow, I'm hip to the young stuff. And we're going to kind of make it look like it's fun. I'm going to stall so I don't have to eat this.
You need Jesus to smile. You need Jesus to frown. You need Jesus to see. You need Jesus to stand. You need Jesus to dress. You need Jesus to make up. You need Jesus to comb your hair. You need Jesus to wear.
And you need Jesus to get down with it. You know, it's things like this that make me worried about the future of the kingdom. Okay, so after all that, I still don't feel like I have the fire inside. I really don't. So we're going to see if we can't get that fire down within me. Now, most people have never tried something this hot. The only thing I've had that's this hot is the Sean Evans boneless wings things that I bought at your local big box store. It was Walmart. And, yeah, it was hot. It took me about 8 minutes to recover from that, at least. Or at least for me to stop drinking all the milk in the house. And then my wife sat in the background and looked at me with a sense of shame upon her face, a sense of concern, and a vague amount of love, but mostly shame for me bringing this kind of a thing upon our family. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with a nibble, and then we're just going to eat our way through, because it can't be that hot. I've had, well, I don't even remember the name of it. I've had some hot boneless wings. This can't be that bad. You know how you lie sometimes? Let's go ahead and open it. And in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, as I've said in all my other videos, Obviously none of this is Christian. It has nothing to do with Christianity. These people are just, I don't even know. It's like there's a three-ring circus. They found an avenue that they can get into. These people would be like motivational speakers or salesmen, and they'd be selling you snake oil or something else, insurance on the market. But they found something else they could sell, and that is raw emotion. And they found a way to disguise it in a pseudo form of Christianity. And they're doing well. They're doing well, mostly because they're empowered by Satan, but also because of people are being powered by ignorance. And ignorance of Scripture, and ignorance of history, and ignorance of tradition and theology and doctrine, and ignorance of historic creeds. Just a general amount of people being uneducated. And it's weird, even atheists and agnostics and people outside, a lot of them see this for what it is. A pyramid scheme and a way for people to make money. So obviously none of this is from Scripture. If you see somebody that says it's from Scripture, go ahead and point them to the actual Scriptures and tell them to read something in context. Oh my. Okay. Let's go ahead. There's lots of graphics in here. What to expect? Made with Carolina Reaper, pepper, and scorpion pepper. This straight from Hades chip was created for the sheer pleasure of intense heat and pain. Round 1, Spicy Punch. Round 2, Scorpion Sting. Round 3, Vision Disruptor. Round 4, Gut Slash. Round 5, Roasted. So, it's almost like this is the 7 levels of hell in Dante's Inferno, right? So you start with the Spicy Punch up here. There's a scorpion. I think there's actually a scorpion in the chip. And then there's the Sting, right? So as you're moving down further, like gluttony and greed and lust and things that you move down to the bottom where it's Cult of Satan. And then you move all the way to Vision Disruptor. Well, I kind of think I need glasses anyway, so maybe this will fix my vision. Gut Slash. I'm going to be on the toilet. And then the Roasted. That's when you meet Satan at the bottom, and then you have to escape out the hatch that they've made. And Virgil helps you. Oh my. The one chip challenge comes in a bag by itself. Face the Reaper. Ooh, lots of occult imagery going on here. Rules for the challenge. Eat the entire chip. I'm about to break some of those rules right now. Wait as long as possible before drinking or eating anything. This isn't a food challenge. It's about the gospel. Post your reaction on social media with one chip challenge and mention @PackyChips. I'm going to tag a couple of plumbers, maybe a septic tank company, Tums, Rolaids, James White, and I don't know, Soteriology 101. You want to get the wide array of people involved in this. There's scorpions on the outside. This chip feels thick too. Like, it's got its own wrapper. It's thick like the Scriptures. Man, that joke was lame. Okay, go ahead and... Oh, and it's expired too. Oh gosh. Oh man. Oh, I really don't want to eat this. This is gonna be such a bummer. Oh. Oh, it's as bad as I've seen every single person who's opened it. Don't fear the Reaper. Blue Oyster. Anyways. Oh, it's so dark. Oh. Composure. Stay composed. Like when a news anchor is like they're reporting on something terrible, and you're like, oh my gosh, there's been a bomb or a shooting or a car crash, or there's a forest fire, and they just have to sit there like, while we're waiting for updates on that, there are puppies for sale at your local, and you're like, geez Louise, how do you, okay. Oh, I don't even want to touch it. Oh, it smells just like the hot ones. Oh, it smells just like the hot ones wing that I ate. Oh my gosh, dude. It's so... Oh. You better subscribe to my channel for this. Who else is bringing you entertainment and theology at the same time? Nobody. You think James White's doing this? How about Leighton Flowers? Yeah, I didn't think so. John MacArthur? Nobody. None of them are doing this. I'm doing this. Because I'm dumb, and I like eating videos, and I thought, let's do theology and eating together. It would be a good way to teach people, and then they'll be entertained. There's so many more ways to do it, dude. Okay. Oh, my mouth. Like, my mouth, it's already watering. Like, it's already... Like there's certain things that stick with you, like smells and tastes, and as soon as like your body already rejects it. Okay. Semper Fi. Should have put milk in there. That was probably a mistake. Okay. Hey, my son's watching me around the corner. Okay. I'm stalling so bad. Okay. I'm not eating this whole thing. I'm gonna start with a corner, and then I'm gonna work my way into it. You know how, like, when you're a Christian and you first get saved, you read the Bible in small sections. You can't just absorb it. You don't go to the book of Revelation and read about angels with 30 heads and eyeballs and stuff, right? You start small. You take a little bite in the book of Genesis, and then you work your way forward. Okay. Oh, it's so expired. Oh, man. Oh! No way! Oh, I got the hiccups. Oh, no way! I didn't even swallow it. Oh, no way. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was so hot. Oh, I'll be back. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sweating. Gross. Ugh. Oh, gosh. In conclusion, as is the case with most of these videos, none of this really had anything to do with anything. But, yeah. Hope it was entertaining for you. This is by far the hottest thing I've ever had. Ever. Even hotter than the wing. It stinks. I can still smell it. It's right. I don't even want to touch it. Oh, jeez. I don't even want to touch it with my hands. The rest is right here. You're welcome to have it. Send me an email and I'll send this to you. I'm not going to send it to you. But in conclusion, none of the people we saw in the video today are actually experiencing anything real. It's all in their minds. Now, it could be demonic in nature. Obviously, people seizing up and, being hypnotically suggested into a state of wildness. My tongue is still on fire. It's possible, and it could be a kind of a mental thing. But I have a feeling it's also demonic in nature. It's not biblical. We don't see this in the book of Acts, chapter 2, the day of Pentecost, or anywhere else where people are falling out, and whipping their hair back and forth, and creating a mosh pit. Ugh, I gotta get rid of it. Okay. In order to experience something that they think is the Holy Spirit. So don't be like these people. Don't be like me. And if you want to get some fire within you, just ask the Lord to send some your way. But the next time He rains down fire from heaven, it's not going to be like the ones that the apostles experienced in Acts chapter 2. It's going to be more destructive. Kind of like the Reaper chip. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by. I'm going to get some aloe vera and freeze it into an ice cube and suck on it for the rest of the night. We'll see you in the next one.